Hey there, Pisces. I hope you are doing wonderfully. Welcome to the last bit of February 2020. My apologies for not being able to get this reading out sooner. Well, you know the story. I've had a billion things going on. First card out, you have the moon. It's your energy. Also Cancerian energy as a reader. I feel that as Cancer as well. This is about... It can talk about internal emotional swirls of confusion, not knowing who we are, not knowing where we stand, not being able to see the entirety of everything in front of us or what is not in front of us. It's needing to have patience in regard to understanding different perspectives and situations. And oftentimes that is going to talk about an internal situation, an emotional situation. It can talk about emotional confusion. It can sometimes talk about deception, sometimes where we deceive ourselves because we have addictions or we blur our vision so that we can see what we want to see, but we don't allow ourselves to experience the fullness of what we're going through. Lots to that card. Let's keep going though. I'm going to pull your energy out. Okay, that's why. Three of Swords in reverse. I'm glad it fell out like that, fell out of my hand like that. This can talk about looking deeply within ourselves, especially in regard to wounding, so emotional wounding primarily. It's harsh. It's harsh energy sometimes to face and deal with. You might want to watch a Scorpio reading. For some reason, I'm like immediately feeling that. You might want to watch a Scorpio reading just for whatever messages come through there. I feel like that might help you. They are also a fellow water sign. Right now, today, I'm doing this reading. It is February 18th, and it is where I believe we're going into Mercury retrograde right now, into Pisces. And that energy it's an interesting one. I don't think it's something to be necessarily afraid of, but it's more so in regard to connecting with yourself even more in a lot of really Piscean, underwater, inner heart ways. It's really addressing things that may not be able to be addressed through a cerebral, aspect. It's more about feeling and understanding and trusting and intuition. And a lot of this is going to be dealing with the internal for ourselves. Whatever outlet you're able to give yourself to free your energy, I think is very healthy. Now, in regard to emotional connections and constraints, things that have been kind of kept under the radar, just because we don't want to feel them. With this Three of Swords in reverse, I feel that this is now starting to address the energy that has been kind of stuck. And I feel maybe the reason that I mentioned the Scorpio reading is because while they had different cards here to begin with, it's the same energy. It's the same energy. It's understanding the restrictions within us. It's understanding things with clarity. While they had the Ace of Swords here, I can't remember the next card that they had, but the Ace of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, you have the Moon and the Three of Swords in reverse. There's a lot of energy, and I feel like they were dealing with something different perhaps, but yours feels... it's in the same vein, and it deals more with the head and the heart, understanding that connection, understanding that we don't need to be slaves to that connection because there can be a healthy separation. And here it almost feels like we've just been intertwined within that, almost enmeshed with something, within something so heavily that we're now needing to look at it from a different perspective. And it's not about looking at it, it's about feeling it. So you guys are really good at feeling. I'm a Pisces too. My birthday's in 2 days. Hello. Good God. Yeah, things are starting to become more clear as far as the emotional, the internal, the awareness of those things. We're making ourselves available to experience them. Okay. Show me more for Pisces, please. And those are just some of the messages. I'll get further into this reading as we go, but I do want to say those particular things. And also for those of you who are new or don't know about tarot readings, especially general readings on YouTube, these are readings for thousands of people. So Some of the messages may resonate, some may not. It's not all going to fit. If nothing resonates and you're just like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? Probably not your reading, you know? Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, possibilities, possible prosperity, new abundance, new jobs. A lot going on there, though. We're going to get into it deeper. I'm just going to pull your cards out. Show me more for Pisces, please. Thank you. Nine of Swords. Oh my God. Neurotic. When I was little, my mom had this library of metaphysical books. When I was feeling freaked out or weird, I would arrange them with a ruler. I would push them all together so that they were exactly aligned. When I was really neurotic as a child, I would do it with a razor blade. For some reason the razor blade was mightier than the ruler, you know? Don't know why I'm sharing that with you, but there you go. Show me more for Pisces. Two cards popping out here. So you have the High Priestess in reverse and you have the Tower in reverse, okay? Now we also at the bottom of the deck have the Knight of Swords. So Libran energy, Gemini energy, Aquarian energy, and if you're not dealing with any of that stuff, it is literally talking about getting to the bottom of a situation, getting to understand more of a situation, not being blinded by any constrictions or, you know, veils that may be in the way. But yeah, it's about blunt honesty, blunt communication. Interestingly enough, this card, Sun at the bottom under that, very, very positive energy. So whatever you're digging through, whatever communication, whether it be through somebody else or your own internal introspection, whatever you dig up, you're going to have a lot of success and healing in regard to that energy. And that is the time that's presented here as well. I do want to mention, though, you have that sliver of a moon here. But the whole energy of this card is about finding clarity, speaking your truth, being honest with yourself, cutting through the bullshit, okay? That's almost now something of the past, something that is smaller. The issue of the moon is no longer highlighted as the very first thing. It's now become something of a sliver. So it's no longer having its same magnitude that it may have held at one point. Here now we're opening our availability to a different understanding of the internal, okay? Through self-honesty, or this could be also somebody communicating something that needs to be said. And I will also mention, due to our retrograde energies, sometimes that can bring people back from the past. I'm feeling energies coming back from a long time ago, though, like 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago type of energy. You might be dealing with somebody that was more recent, but for me, I'm feeling the energy coming from a longer past, a deeper past, okay? So again, like I talked about, understanding the self, digging deeper, being able to release some of that veil so that we can see deeper into our wounding, you know. And with the Three of Swords in reverse, it's a healthier energy. It's being able to trust yourself in regard to making connections in love, in emotional connections. It's a letting go of some of our toxic wounding that we have that's kind of been imprinted on us after experiencing something traumatic, whether that be through ourselves or with somebody else. But it's kind of finding an understanding where we're no longer blinded by it. We're no longer tied up by this energy. The Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, some of you, this is going to deal with financial worry, okay? And I say financial worry, maybe you have that, maybe you're dealing with that, but I feel that this is going to start addressing issues in regard to your self-worth and your value on a monetary level. So maybe, maybe you know that you need to make more, and you know that you have this position in mind that would make you more, but it's like a cobbler or, I don't know, a painter or whatever it is. And it's scary to branch out to that because you don't know if that's something that you can actually attain. I say do it, and do it in baby steps, understand that there's the potential for that. If you're having that internal and psychic hit, that's where you want to go, and your true feeling of energetic passion is connected to that, even if it's something that you've never done, start doing it, start learning about it, go on YouTube and learn about it, watch videos, obsess about it a bit. That's a healthy obsession, you know, because it's a passionate pursuit. It's something that you are filling your mind with. You're giving yourself different avenues of information so that you can have that understanding to change. You can have those new pieces of the puzzle, you know. It's something that you give yourself, but only you get to do that. Now, some of you literally are worried about finances, work, dealing with issues of that nature. You know, it may be a situation where, you know, things have come out in the workplace through a boss potentially, or a potential coworker. You know, and it's something that you have to readdress and readdress and readdress. It's frustrating though. I feel in a way that maybe for a slight few of you, I'm feeling that right now we're pushing through our limitations. That's where I'm feeling this actually hit most for me, is the energy that I'm picking up on right now is to actually push through your own personal limitations and the, I guess, facade of fear that actually chases its own tail in your mind. That's what I'm hearing. Chases its own tail in your mind. Because there's some aspect here that you actually have to feel. Again, it's back to this feeling energy now. So when we accomplish something on our own that may have been daunting in the past, or when we are able to press through something that has been very difficult for us to face, it's almost it's not almost, it is an accomplishment. It's an understanding of that perseverance, changing your experience in real time, you know? And some of you, that's scary. And I can understand that too, but it's being available to that energy to flow, you know, for you. Now, yeah, and some of you, this is worrying about a loan. It's worrying about, you know, your home situation. Some of you, it's worrying about so many things that deal with the mundane, monetary, superficial aspects of life. And I say superficial, and it's not in a bad way. Superficial is just, it's not the most exalted energy. It's not the highest frame of mind or spirit. It's the tactile reality, things in life that actually are real and we have to deal with on a logical, day-to-day, reality-based experience. The High Priestess in reversed, Virgo, Pisces energy. This is where the High Priestess is about self-understanding, internal pursuits. She's about secrecy of the self. She's also about things being withheld, information being withheld. It's also energy that deals with intuitive awareness, you know. Here in reverse, this card talks about things actually being opened up so that we can experience more, whether that be through information coming to you. It may be information coming out about a loan, potentially, some sort of aspect of money or abundance on a physical, tactile level that actually starts to manifest. That may happen, you know, but it is about awareness. Also, too, we haven't clarified anything yet, but with this Knight of Swords here and the High Priestess with the Tower in reverse, I do want to swing back here, because if you're dealing with somebody coming back in from the past, I almost feel like this is what they're dealing with. You may be over here. I know this is a choppy reading, but you may be dealing with this stuff over here, and here may be something that comes to you from an outward source, because it feels for me on an energetic level, this is like tied off completely. It's a completely different thing. Here is sectioned off. It's almost as if like I want a little wall right here, you know, to like section these two off. Here, we'll do this. That's what I feel. That's the energy that I feel. Now, yes, okay, so that's what I need to talk about then. Okay, so the people, if you're dealing with a person coming to communicate, it almost feels like you're dealing with your own stuff here. They come with something here. Now, the Tower in reverse communicates energy where essentially, it's coming back to a situation, not being able to let something go, either because it's been ruminated, we've been ruminating about it, we are not able to let it go. We have to communicate our truth about a situation. It may literally be somebody communicating to you that they may have had somebody in the past, you know. And with these silly retrograde energies, they're not silly, but they're silly, frustrating. it pulls energy back. So sometimes people do come back, you know. And with this High Priestess in reverse, it's potentially talking about, you know, another person that they may have been dealing with, another situation, and it could just be information that was withheld from you at one point, and now somebody wants to communicate here. The Tower is Scorpio energy. It's very burning desire, must fix, must come back to, you know, I can't get out of the burning building because I'm keeping myself here. Sometimes it's a toxic energy where we just need to let it go. Here, I almost feel like there's an urgency to communicate here for some reason. So let's go ahead and get into your, let's pull some other cards for you, okay? Show me for Pisces. Show me the moon for Pisces. Show me the moon, please, for Pisces. Thank you. Yeah, see, so you have the Nine of Swords here. Now it's coming out in reverse, which is great. Some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio. I feel also that has no connection to that, but it's just like, bam, some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio. It's like hitting me right now. Some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio. Okay, so however that works for you, this is about getting out of this confusion. It's about addressing the things that you're holding on to. Here we have them. It's worry, worry, worry. And I feel also you have multiple facets of worry, multiple layers of worry for different situations. Some of you are dealing with the internal aspect, dealing with feelings of love, worry about, you know, trusting yourself in relationships, trusting how you manifest love, how you connect with people, not being able to trust yourself to make good decisions for partners. That's a serious thing sometimes, and it's very worrisome, you know. Some of you don't trust your own feelings, you know, that's harsh. And then I feel also in another layer, it's like we're worried about money, our self-worth, our value, our, you know, tactile, practical value on this planet, what we give forth, what output, you know, the things that are real. Emotions are real too. It's just the mundane, more materialistic aspect is worrisome for some reason here. Please show me the Three of Swords in reverse for Pisces. Yeah, you guys. A sigh of relief with the Ten of Cups. Now, Ten of Cups is about emotional abundance. It's about happiness, feeling secure in regard to our emotions with ourselves, more so than anything, but also with others. It's a card of happiness. It's a card of being connected with people. When we've been sitting and saturated in pain in regard to feelings of our own worth, of our own value on an emotional level, on a level of being lovable, of being cared for, nurtured, you know, it's hard when we can't give ourselves that because we don't trust ourselves, we don't know ourselves, we don't accept ourselves. There's a lot of self-acceptance here that comes with shedding of these energies, okay? Both of them, but mainly this emotional, mental connection. I do want to say too, you have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. I feel that that's kind of highlighting an energy that you will be getting into. The Empress is about internal abundance, outward abundance. She is about, she's a life force. She's a giver. She's a nurturer. She's the creatrix. I feel for a lot of you too, there's an energy here, and I probably say this in so many Pisces readings, but there's an energy where we actually need to tap into that emotion, or that artistic side of ourselves, where we're just, by the sheer act of creating, whether it be cooking or painting or whatever it is, you know, music composition, you give birth to life because you're bringing forth new energy towards something that you're bringing out from the ethers, that inspiration, that spiritual connection, that emotional level, and you're putting it into a living manifestation or a tactile manifestation. You're bringing it life. And there's a healing aspect to that. Very, very therapeutic, very beautiful. But however this works, I feel that you're graduating to a huge jump here with the Three of Swords to the Ten of Cups. It's a lot to deal with, but there's a lot of internal satisfaction that comes with it, a lot of internal happiness. Even if you're not dealing with anybody else, it's actually being able to trust yourself and feeling satisfied and happier in your own life. Show me the Ace of Pentacles here for Pisces. Thank you. All right, so nice. cards coming out. Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. Beautiful. New beginnings, potentials. Now, immediately what I need to tell you is, and it deals with that creative aspect, especially in regard to your work. Some of you are going to be needing to deal with situations where you're going to start turning inwards toward yourself in regard to like entrepreneurial pursuits, stuff of that nature. Also just the upping the creative aspect here. Whatever you're going to be doing, if you're starting something new, whether it be your own personal project and you're like creating an entrepreneurial empire, that's what I feel as well. Of course we do. Emperor's here at the bottom of the deck. All right, Empire, Emperor. I feel that this is a potential for something big, but it can only happen if you're able to infuse it with love. If you're able, and that sounds so fucking cheesy and vague, infuse it with love, you know, throw some glitter on that hump, like whatever. But you have to love what you do. You have to infuse your experience with passion, dedication. It's not just going to work, nose to the grindstone, clocking in, clocking out, you know, throwing yourself in bed after your nightcap, you know, or 10 nightcaps, Pisces, and then, you know, going back to work. It's literally about, I can't wait to go back to what I was doing tomorrow. I can't wait to infuse this with more intention, more clarity, more decisions. This is about being decisive in regard to the things that you have. 3 aces here, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords. These are huge beginnings, potentials here, but you get to help them birth. You birth them into existence, and that's beautiful. And of all of the signs, you guys are the most wonderful at that. One of, probably the most, in my own humble Piscean opinion. But it is something where we have to be strong, because you're going to be confronted with reality in regard to the things that you're going to be bringing into this experience for yourself, especially if you're going to be dealing with things that are going to be making you money for the long term. But I feel that you are entirely supported here. You know, the only thing that we don't have right now is the Ace of Wands, and it may show up. So hooty-doo, like that might be fucking amazing. And that's just literally about inspiration, about taking that desire and making it happen. You know, that is an action card. Here we have thoughts. So if you think, what are you thinking about? What are you trying to bring into this universe? What are you trying to change? You know, what do you need to feel passionate about? And I know that the Ace of Wands is about passion and desire, but so is the Ace of Cups. It's about loving what you do. It's about being connected to what you do. You know, and here we have the potential for stability with the Ace of Pentacles, money, stability, foundation, building a foundation. All of these are brand new energies, though. You have to dedicate yourself to them to create more with them, but they're presented here for you. Be a boss, Pisces. You can do it. Show me the 9 of Swords here for Pisces. What's this worry about? 9 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, or 9 of Wands coming out. So I don't want to say that you're worrying unnecessarily, you know, just unnecessarily worrying to worry. Some of you do that. I know I do it too sometimes. But in regard to that, you're going to have to find some boundaries with it, and healthy boundaries. Because right now what I'm feeling here is ambivalence in regard to what makes the potential for you to experience more. It's like you're afraid of that. You're afraid of your own potential. That's a harsh thing. You know, sometimes we have to just face the dragon and like go and do it, you know, and then you ride the dragon and then you get all the gold that the dragon has. Like, how wonderful. But you have to be able to get out of this headspace of worry. You know, you have to confront that. The 9 of Wands talks about being battered and bruised in a situation. And sometimes we can put ourselves into that mindset that we're just so beaten down by things. But it also talks about facing the fears and going in anyhow, but with a little bit more clarity, with a little bit more understanding, more boundaries, healthier boundaries. People talk about this card as a card of defense. You're defensive. You might be defensive, but if anything, I would be defensive towards the energy that is being presented by the 9 of Swords, because that is far worse than this one, okay? This is dealing with constant mental restraint, worry. I'm not good enough. Can I do this? Can I make this happen? Can I bring this to life? Yes, you can. Just go slowly, you know? And it's interesting too, because if you look here, this person, he's looking, here, I'll bring it up. If you look at his face, he's fucking worried. It's like he's skeptical. He's worried. He doesn't know what to believe. It's like, I'll give it a try. Well, yeah, you motherfucker, you better give it a try. You have fucking 3 aces here that are potentially for you. They are for you. The energy is presented. It's here. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. You can waste these very easily, and oftentimes it's through fucking fear. I'm getting mad at you, Pisces. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be getting mad at you, but like I've got fucking, what are they called? Goosebumps. Like literally, you have potential here that's, don't squander it, because right now it's huge for you. Show me the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, and it's falling on the Knight of Wands. All right, so you have the Strength card sideways. I'm going to leave it sideways here. I feel definitely this is like a multi-level reading, multifaceted, multi-layered reading. So with the Strength card sideways, I feel this may be a situation, if you are dealing with somebody, they're having ambivalence in regard to communicating, and I feel almost that they also have this is a struggle for them too. While you have it in your own way, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, this is a struggle for them as well. What an interesting reading. Okay. All right. So basically what I'm feeling here is somebody is ambivalent to communicate. They're on the fence about it. They know that they need to come forward. They know that they need to clear the air, and it has to be done here. These are huge lessons, you know, major arcanas here. All right. All major arcanas here. And interestingly enough, like I feel you're going through your own stuff. And in a way, you're better off than this person. If you've been dealing with somebody, you're better off than this person, because this person has to deal with confrontational issues of negligence on their own part here. That's heavy energy. You've got 3 major arcana cards, and they're big ones. They're all big, but these are big ones. This person is struggling with clarity. They're struggling with struggling in their mind about emotions, about building a foundation. And it's like here they have the opportunity to communicate, but they're also guarded here as well. And I feel in regard to them, they're defensive to this energy, opening it up. Whew. Multi-fucking layered, Pisces. Leave it to Pisces. Yeah, okay. Ambivalent as fuck. Ambivalent as fuck. Fearful too. Show me the Tower in reverse, please. Show me the Tower in reverse. Sideways. Sideways. What is sideways? 9 of Cups. Oy vey. Yep. Fool at the bottom of the deck. This person, if I feel that you're doing your own thing here, Pisces, I feel that somebody else is looking in on you, though, and I'm going to leave this feather here because I think that there is a complete delineation between these energies here, even though they also feed off of the energy that's presented in this reading, each to their own reasoning, each to their own way of being. There are connections here, but you're dealing with it in your own, they're also dealing with it in their own. It's almost like I'm reading for 2 people here that are dealing with this type of energy on completely different levels. It's like the nine of Cups here. You have the 10 of Cups. They have the 9 of Cups. You know, what I'm feeling here is that you're dealing with somebody who knows that the heart belongs over here, or at least they're drawn here. You know, I don't necessarily feel like this is the worst person in the world, Pisces. It may be for you. I can't say that or not because these are general readings. They will resonate or not resonate with. They're for thousands of people, so you have to understand the energy, how it comes. I feel like this person is very much on the fence about their communication just because the Strength card and the 9 of Cups are sideways. It's sideways energy. It's somebody who's not knowing. They're 50-50. Should I not? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm feeling defensive about it. I'm going to hide though, you know, when all the time they need to communicate their energy so they can have a new beginning, or at least try for a new beginning. But that would also entail them communicating with you, which is going to basically rock their world. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like somebody's like hiding out. That's the energy that I'm picking up. It's like somebody's hiding out even from themselves. and they're having a difficult time addressing this energy. I'm going to pull some more clarifying cards for these, but that's what I'm getting, okay? Eesh. Eesh. All right. Show me the moon and the 9 of High Priestess in reverse. We have it both here and here. Temperance at the bottom of the deck. High Priestess in reverse, allowing things to open up, allowing information to flow. This is also tapping into the internal self. You know, sometimes it can talk about being disconnected, and I definitely feel that this is the energy of where we were or where we're coming from. And this is for you, Pisces. This is not dealing with this person here. They may intermingle, the energies may intermingle later. I'm reading for you right now, then I feel that this is your section, okay? So, yeah, being afraid to deal with things on an internal level, being afraid to open yourself up to your own intuition. And I think that's going to be a big game changer, especially with these aces here. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Big game changer if you allow yourself to access your own intuition. Big game changer. Trust it. Swim within it. Show me the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Swords in reverse, please, for Pisces. You have the 5 of Wands in reverse. So, okay, it's letting go of conflict. It's that internal conflict with yourself. Simple as that. And through that, chipping away at things, you're able to actually allow yourself to experience more abundance on an emotional level. It's just literally letting go of internal conflict when we've been connected to it for so long. And that's in personal pursuits. And it's also sometimes in connection to people who have been in our experience, but have also shaped it in a very painful way. But now I feel that you have the opportunity to change this energy in a very positive way, okay? Show me the Ace of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords for Pisces. Show me the aces, please, for Pisces. Yeah, things falling. Hang on, Pisces. Okay, so what do we have here? What do we have here? First card's coming out. You have the King of Pentacles. Interesting. You got 3 cards. The 10 of Pentacles. And you got the Lovers here. Okay, so financially, if you're able, like King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, holy shit, and the Lovers, I'm not gonna, I will read this as a person, but also as a pursuit of passion. This is something that you fucking are ride and die for. Like you just love, love, love. And that's why I'm saying if you have ideas to create something in your life, if you have, you know, things on the back burner that just need to come out, you know, whatever it is that is going to build something more for yourself, do it. Now's the time. You're being presented with the King of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. This is about being in your own driver's seat. It's about being your own fucking savior on a financial level. It's trusting yourself to build towards what you want. This is about patience and longevity with the 10 of Pentacles. It's about amassing a fucking amount of money. I said somewhere earlier, I feel building your own empire. Do it, Pisces, because you are completely supported. This talks about passion, being impassioned in your own pursuits and going after them. It's a highly positive energy here, Pisces. Some of you, this may be somebody, if you need a loan, you may have the opportunity to speak very clearly to somebody that can give you a loan here, which is wonderful. And the foundation that this is built upon is through pure dedication and devotion to something that you absolutely love. With that dedication, devotion, and that internal passion that you have for it, it builds longevity, but it also builds you a fair amount of finance here. It's loving what you do. This is literally loving what you do. It's all cyclical in a very healthy way, okay? Show me the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Wands for Pisces, please. 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands for Pisces, please. You have the 8 of Swords here, okay? With the 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Now, the 8 of Swords, you have the 9 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and the 9 of Wands. So It's not a bad energy. It's literally about where we keep ourselves limited, where we don't allow ourselves to experience more, because we're afraid to step into that position where we're afraid to experience more because maybe we have grown up very poor, or maybe we don't have any money, or maybe we don't believe in ourselves, or, there's a billion and one different reasons why we can't do something. But maybe you could try. Maybe you could try, or one day do something different. Just tweak one thing one day, Pisces, and then maybe the next day follow it up with something else. Do one thing that challenges yourself and terrifies you just a little bit. One thing. You don't have to change it all, just one thing. Do it. Try it. See if that starts to unravel that, see if it starts to peel that onion so that you can actually start to face your fears. Right now here, I'm feeling a lot of fear and ambivalence towards moving towards what you want, whether this be a personal pursuit as far as a job is concerned, literally getting back your emotions and being content with yourself, all of these things. I feel that this is more practical, tactile stuff, more materialistic, which is actually healthy. A lot of the times Pisces lives in a very airy fairy world. We're drowning in our own illusion. We are, constantly swimming against ourselves. The fishes in reverse, back and forth. We swim against each other. It's about being able to equalize that energy so that we can harness and focus it towards something else. It's like, targeting a missile and sending it out. You're going to have a fucking awesome experience there. I know missiles and whatever, but like, it's shooting out your energy for a particular passionate destination. And I think you will be able to make it, but you have to get out of your head about it. This is all about fear. It's about worry and concern, not trusting yourself. Do one thing a day that scares you. And I don't mean like jumping off a cliff. Like, if it's, I'm terrible at taxes. Like, I fucking loathe taxes. One time I called the IRS because I was a year late filing taxes, and I literally sobbed on the phone to this poor woman. And she's like, it's really okay. Just put this in this box and this in this box, and that's it. You're filed. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I spent a half an hour crying to this woman because I was freaking out. Face your fears. One little incremental bit by bit. Just do it. Just do it. I'm like, just fucking do it, Pisces. I'm going to beat you up if you don't. Jesus Christ. Beat you up. Okay. Four of Wands here. This is about stability. It's foundation. Here, we're afraid of building our foundation. We're afraid of trusting ourselves so that we can actually live in harmony with our lives. Nothing's wrong with that. Some of you are doing great on finances. This is more so geared towards people who are having very difficult times connecting the dots, okay? It's not out of your realm. It's not out of scope. It's just something that needs to be done. Please show me the High Priestess in reverse with Strength sideways. Okay, so you have, this actually did come out kind of sideways, the Strength card. You have the Chariot and Strength upright, sideways upright. I'm going to read it upright. I feel here with this connection of energy, if this person, I feel like this is a different energy that is all together. I'm going to try and tie it together for you, Pisces, but I feel that this is for somebody that you may be dealing with or may have dealt with in the past. This is about conquering fear, and it's go. This is somebody potentially balancing their energies out. The Strength card is about balance. It's about perseverance and trusting yourself, having patience in the process, but trusting yourself nonetheless. The Chariot card is about balance on the internal levels. It's about moving towards success and positivity. It's a wonderful card, highly positive energy, highly successful. This is about conquering the inner fears, especially for yourself. If you're ambivalent to move forward in something, this is go. This is go, 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 full steam ahead. Literally, that's what it is. It's new opportunities, new potentials. Here, that is flying out. The Six of Wands, I'm going to put that there. Now, And under that too, you have the Nine of Cups sideways over here, upright over here. I feel that you're dealing with somebody who I think is mastering their own fears. Just as you're mastering your own fears, here this person is mastering their own fears. Some people will be like, oh my God, it's my twin flame. It's this and that. You can believe whatever you want. I have a harder time with twin flames because I think that message has been distorted in a lot of ways through this community, this tarot community, the spiritual community. There's been a lot of distortion within that message. We are all spiritual beings. We are all connected. We cycle with the energies that we're supposed to cycle with. These are our soulmates. These are our partners. People designate twin flames to a particularly crude relationship status, romantic status. It's not just about that, okay? It's not just about romance with a twin flame. And I'm sorry if somebody said that to you. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, fuck you, bitch. If it strikes that heavy of a core, look into it deeper. Because I almost guarantee you, you're not in union with your twin flame, homie. Show me the Nine of Cups sideways with the Tower in reverse. Eight of Wands, King of Cups. Again, I feel like some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio. Scorpio energy here with the Tower in reverse, Scorpio here with the King of Cups. Pisces, this is also your energy as well. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, primarily Scorpio. The Eight of Wands is about communications, about forward movement, trusting yourself, moving forward towards things that are going to bring you happiness, bring you emotional connection where you've been shut off and disconnected. It's about addressing fears on an emotional level, and I think that this is another lesson for this person. While it may be dealing with how you deal with it, you can apply this message to yourself as well. I feel that this is dealing with somebody else's feelings. I feel that it tinkers with your feelings as well, but I feel that this is a particular message for the person that you're dealing with. This is overcoming fear. It's scary. Show me the connection between the Fool and the Knight of Swords. Connection between the Fool and the Knight of Swords, please, for Pisces. Connection between the Fool and the Knight of Swords for Pisces. Okay, so you have the Four of Pentacles in reverse with the Nine of Swords coming out in reverse here. These are cards of letting go. It's cards of letting go of mental strife, frustration, fear, worry. You have the Nine of Swords here, Nine of Swords here, Nine of Wands. It's releasing it now. It's trusting that even if something doesn't come together in the way that I hoped, at least I made the effort. At least I connected the dots to at least try, you know. Four of Pentacles, we're releasing things that we've held on to. This can be blockage. It can be, you know, shutting somebody out for years, 4 years, potentially. You know, that type of energy. It's addressing it. It's feeling it, even if it doesn't come out to how they want or how you want. It's a freedom. It's a relinquishing that connection of being tethered to something so heavy. It's like a breath of fresh air, literally. I'm going to pull some advice cards and then we're going to be done here, okay? Please show me advice for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What advice can you give me here? Show me for Pisces, please. Okay, Pisces, so you have the Queen of Wands and the Chariot. Beautiful energy. Fast, forward moving, possibilities, ahoy. The Queen of Wands is actually what I want to see here. That's even better than the fucking Ace of Wands in a lot of ways. It's literally where we are feeling so connected to ourselves. We're emboldened in our life. We feel vital. It's feeling vital. It's creative. It's connecting to our internal aspects that actually give us hope. It's wondrous energy. I love it. Embody that, you know. And also for this person, if that's the connection between the two of you, this person's fucking, I feel that they're very in love with you, or like they see you as something just radiant and beautiful. And that's what's propelling them to come over here. Again, the Chariot, it's about moving forward. It's about balance and equalizing energy. Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This can talk about reconciliation. It can talk about connecting to people that we love and we care about, you know. It's a card of celebration. It's a card of being able to communicate with people that are on the same page with us. Sometimes, you know, it may not work out romantically if somebody's coming back to you, but it may be a situation where, you know, let's be friends if we can. You know, if it's all dead and burned to the ground and there's no point in trying, then don't try, you know. But some of you may be able to salvage this as a friendship, okay? So I'm going to let this go. I hope that this reading was helpful for you in whatever way. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe if you choose to. And if you want to, there's a link to donate to my channel in the description box below. And I will see you guys in a couple more days because February is almost over. All right, Pisces, happy birthdays, okay? Take care, you guys. Bye, fishies.